We did it. We're in the playoffs. I'm sure they're throwing a parade in Orlando. Do the Magic actually play in Orlando, or are they like the Pistons who don't actually play in Detroit? Someone let me know. We have the Bulls in round 1, and I'm terrified of Jimmy Butler because he's the best player. And sometimes when you have two teams who are evenly matched, the best player can decide it. And he's the best player unless one of our guys goes bananas, which I guess is on the table. I'm hoping. It probably isn't, but I'm going to keep hoping it is. But they also have DeAndre Ayton, who's basically the greatest player in the history of the NBA in only his second season. We're going to look at his stat line in a moment. He can attack inside. He's a decent mid-range shooter, as well as a cool three-point shooter if you leave him wide open. And he's really good. And these two combined could be a handful for us. And if we look at Ayton's 2 seasons, I mean, that's about as much as you can ask for out of a rookie. He's not a rookie anymore. What am I talking about? He's in his second season. Although, he's really not that great of a defensive player right now. He also averages 3 blocks a game, but nothing about his attributes would tell you that he should be averaging that, so I don't really know. But still, his pick-and-roll defense is not the best, and if we're going to look at Cameron Payne, who is their point guard, defensively, he's not very good either. Then we're going to look at our former guy, Mario Hezonja, who hopefully doesn't go off for 40 points in a revenge fest. He's not too good on that side of the floor either. And then if I'm looking at their power forward, Jaren Jackson, who they just recently drafted, I mean, he's a little better, pick and roll and help, but he's also like not that great either. Nothing is really intimidating me off their second unit. I think these guys are vulnerable, man, because, well, I love pick and roll offense, partially because I'm too lazy to develop a more dynamic offense. But it's my bread and butter, it's what we're good at, and I think the Bulls are liable to be beaten in that style of an offense. I mean, Cameron Payne's not going to be stopping anybody from doing what they want to do offensively for us, and Jaren Jackson, while he's cool, I don't think he's like the best thing in the world. And then we already saw DeAndre Ayton's defensive numbers as well. I think we have an avenue for beating these guys. If we just pretty much ignore Jimmy Butler, so he'll be defending, well, if they're smart, they would put him on Jason Tatum, but I don't know if they're going to do that because it's the CPU in 2K. But whoever the hell he's defending, we can just kind of ignore that guy and then just make it 4-on-4 basketball, because 4-on-4, I don't know if these guys have a chance against us. I just don't think they're good enough defensively. I mean, is there one good defender on this team besides Jimmy Butler? I don't know. Now we're going to abruptly enter game 1 with like 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter, because playing the entire game of 2K, it's a doozy, let me tell you. So what are they doing on this one? Well, Marvin Bagley just kind of didn't feel like playing defense on that one, which is not ideal. Trayvon Duval in the game, he's already almost has a double-double just with assists. And what the hell? Was Fournier just standing out of bounds when I could have got him a wide-open 3? What kind of crap is that, 2K? I don't typically like to give 2K too much, negative whatever, but that was not my fault. I did everything okay, and then the guy was just standing out of bounds. But it's okay, we can just forget about it and just keep on keeping on. Jason Tatum's open, and he was out of bounds as well. Okay, this is not good. Guys, I'm gonna need you to, be in the game in order for us to be in the game. Okay? So, forget about dribbling and shooting and fundamentals. Just don't stand out of bounds, and hopefully we'll be alright. I messed up on defense there, and very quickly, we have a 7-point deficit. But it's okay. We're just going to have to stay composed, and we'll be alright. Why the hell did I take 9 years to throw that? Have you ever paused the game right after a turnover because you got really upset? Because that was what I did right there. And then, oh boy, 9 points very quickly. Okay, now we got to call timeout. And we have to see if this thing is not going to implode in front of us into a 15-point game 1 loss. Jimmy Butler's mid-range luckily doesn't go in. Marvin Bagley's rebound animation was really cool. Trayvon Duval still in the game. 11 assists in this game. I mean, hey, maybe the playoffs can be his thing to be like, I should be starting over Elfrid Payton. Jason Tatum open mid-range, that's kind of his bread and butter. I don't know why the quality was a D, because he was decently open and he's very good from there, but I don't know. What is Ayton going to do? Well, we got a good contest on him from Bagley that time. We just had to kind of calm down, you know? Emotions were a little too high. Tatum, I'm going to need you once again to shoot some turnaround jumper, very good. He made a D shot and he made an F shot. I don't even know if I should pay attention to the quality of those in 2K. Are they trying to get it to Jimmy Butler on a post-up? I might have to bring some help. Aaron Gordon's back in the game, and that's the value of Aaron Gordon, you know? Provide him, or provide the team, with a help defender who can be really good. And the spacing here is awful, but luckily we got a foul. I don't know why Tatum cut to the rim right there. I would have preferred that he just kind of chilled. I might have had it still set on like 3 out and 2 in or whatever, so Tatum might have been the other guy to go in. Bagley's free throw is weird as hell, but I still managed to make it. Why do I have Terrence Ross defending Jimmy Butler? Like, I don't even care that Aaron Gordon just got a block. That's just, like, not good coaching on my part. I think I finally switched Elfrid Payton onto him with, like, 2.5 minutes left to go or whatever, which is the right thing to do because he's our best perimeter defensive player. Well, it's also Josh Richardson, but Richardson, you know, his three-point shoot, whatever. I had Terrence Ross in the game, and I don't know why I didn't have Richardson in. Tatum dunked on Hazonia, so that's a good thing. That offensive possession, it wasn't the best, but we managed to figure it out. I think moving forward I'll have Richardson in, because I was going to say that his three-pointer has struggled, but then I also remember looking at it and thinking, oh yeah, he's actually been good since he went to the bench. So I shouldn't have had Ross in the game. That's a mistake on my part. You see what I said? They're liable to be scored on in pick-and-roll offense. They don't have that many good defensive players. Just ignore Jimmy Butler. Hope that DeAndre Ayton doesn't, well, basically do what he exactly just did. And we should be okay, but unfortunately, he's really good. So we're going to have to come back here. I'm trying to get Tatum on another floppy set. Another open mid-range. No, they're not all going to go in. Luckily, Bagley is a beast. This game is, like, kind of a big deal. I mean, it's like a tie game with 1.5 minutes left. I'm sure this is a pretty pressure situation. Aaron Gordon's got like 12 blocks in the fourth quarter, so that's cool. I think it's safe to say Gordon's our best player. He might not have the highest overall, but, I mean, the impact that he's made defensively for us, with help defense, he's blocked a couple of shots, and then, you know, everything he does for us offensively with rolling to the rim and being a passer and all that, he's great. They're trying to run a play for Cameron Payne. I don't know if I agree with that one. We're going to gamble with Jaren Jackson. He does not kill us. Not a good three-point shooter. That's the right basketball decision. I could have got it to Terrence Ross for a quick three, but the last thing I'm going to do is shoot a three-pointer in a pressure situation in 2K because it's not going to go well. That pass should have been stolen. And now we have a 4-point lead, and I think we've dunked the ball like every single clip. Every single basket of the fourth, we've dunked the ball. Once again, the ball is not in Jimmy Butler's hands. I don't know about this one, guys. Well, they kind of made it in anyway. Now we got to make 1 million free throws. Tatum's the one getting fouled, but I'm going to skip because we don't want to watch 9 million years of free throws. Aaron Gordon's free throw is tough because it's like really fast. But with a 4-point lead and about 4 seconds left, as long as we don't foul them on a three-pointer that goes in, which means I'm just going to back up with the CPU because don't even give 2K the opportunity. We win game 1. We almost lost it there. It almost snowballed into a really big loss. But I think just the pick-and-roll offense, man, they don't know how to deal with it. Sure, DeAndre Ayton was nuts, but Aaron Gordon was more nuts. It was a bad joke.